is Local Memphis Live with Yvette and Lauren.
Well, good morning. I'm Yvette Whiteside. Thank you for joining us today here on Local Memphis Live. Andrea Latard is sitting in as my co-host today from Andrea's Cooktails. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you again.
I know it's good to see you. Did you have a good weekend?
It was wonderful.
What'd
One
you
of the
do?
best weekends yet. Me and my husband celebrated our 5th year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you so much. But even better, we went to the Memphis Music Hall of Fame.
Oh,
and I will
nice?
tell you, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had in Memphis.
Yeah.
And that Timberlake speech, it was something else.
I bet everyone was blown away.
Yes.
Yeah. I was out of town actually in Bentonville, Arkansas, visiting my sister and her husband, but I was like on Twitter, I was on our website.
Yeah.
I saw some clips of his speech. Yeah.
I was floored. It was wonderful. I mean, if you don't love Memphis already, after that, you love Memphis.
Pretty cool. Well, we got a great show coming up for you today here on Local Memphis Live. Our cameras will be live at Shelby Farms Park to learn how you can participate in their new Green Line Access project.
Plus, I'll be showing you how to cook with kids for Halloween in the kitchen today.
And your invitation to the 2015 Step Up for Down Syndrome event at the Memphis Botanic Garden. Well, Ole Miss is still stunned after their Mid-South Showdown loss, but Memphis Tiger fans are still on cloud 9 today after Saturday's huge upset. So from the Tigers Den to hometown pop star Justin Timberlake, everyone was talking about this game.
AP football voters rewarded Memphis's 37-24 win by ranking the Tigers 18th. It's their highest position ever.
Being back on campus and people were around, they'd go to different places eating in groups, and everyone was just, you could just tell like the camaraderie was even higher.
Last night was awesome. Just the ideal of everyone that I came in contact with. I still had on my Memphis t-shirt, and they was like, oh man, you see what you think about the game?
Well, before this weekend, Memphis's highest ranking in the AP poll was number 25, which they reached back in 2004 and last year. Even hometown rocker Justin Timberlake has caught Tiger fever.
Oh, by the way, can we talk about some Memphis versus Ole Miss?
Get him, JT. That was JT himself Saturday night in downtown Memphis as he was inducted into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame. And he was just one of 7 musicians with ties to the Bluff City inducted into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame. It was a sold-out crowd at the Cannon Center.
And they got their share of superstars, including Rolling Stone member Keith Richards, inducting Elvis Presley's honoree and former Stax recording artist Sam Moore. This was the 4th induction ceremony, bringing the number of inductees to 54.
It was a packed house.
Packed house, completely sold out.
Oh my gosh.
And obvious, so much cheering and fun and yelling.
Man, I really wanted to go to that event. If
great.
I was in town, I surely would have stopped by. Well, for the 3rd year, Local Cares was proud to honor our former chief meteorologist Mark Walden, who died from sickle cell back in 2013. Saturday morning was the Mark Walden Memorial Sickle Cell 5K at AutoZone Park.
If someone does have this trait and their partner has the sickle cell trait, well, guess what? It is a 1 in 4 chance that a child will have sickle cell disease.
That was our very own Katina Rankin. She and anchor Brandon Artilles emceed the event.
Nearly 500 runners took part. It was all to help raise awareness for the disease and remember our former colleague.
Happy everyone turned out. Looks like they had a nice crowd.
Very good crowd, yeah.
And very great weather over the weekend.
Oh, it was perfect.
Well, the husband-wife team behind Salon 387 on South Main in Memphis is making strides against breast cancer in this morning's local biz.
Brent and Elaine Clayton opened the salon in February. Brent handles the architecture while Elaine manages the design and style. The salon has pumped new life in a classic part of town.
Keep the character of South Main, but also feel like you're in a different place when you walk in and you're not in the typical Memphian salon.
And in October, they teamed up with the American Cancer Society to raise breast cancer awareness. In fact, Brent is one of 35 Memphis men in the Real Men Wear Pink campaign.
Meet the breast cancer survivors who inspire him in his effort tonight on Local 24 News at 5.
Can't wait to see that. Well, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You know, 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime.
While doctors say that number is still too high, Local 24's Joy Lambert explains how medical advances are helping to catch cancer earlier, leaving more survivors. It's today's Local Health Alert.
In the 1970s, women didn't discuss their breasts at all. And it was a real problem. People were sitting on lesions that were obviously abnormal, but it just wasn't discussed.
Now, especially in October, it's hard to look anywhere without seeing a pink ribbon, making breast cancer not only a discussion.
It's not just awareness of, hey, you need to go get your mammogram. It's awareness of you should be screened. This is how you can be treated. We're even going to contribute to finding a cure for you.
That's where the American Cancer Society steps in, helping raise money, awareness, and screening. All have seen a dramatic increase in the past decade.
In the old days, you detected a breast cancer by feeling it. And by that time, it's almost an inch in size. We're able now to find things well before they could be felt. And in many instances, not all, but in many instances, that may matter on a survival rate.
Well, self-breast exams are important. Ongoing developments in technology are helping to detect breast cancer even earlier.
We've gone from mammography to tomosynthesis, which is kind of colloquially referred to as a 3D mammogram. Ultrasound has gotten extremely good. MRI is pervasive. I mean, you can get a breast MRI now at multiple places in this community, multiple places across the country.
The American Cancer Society recommends annual screenings at the age of 40 or 10 years before an immediate relative was diagnosed.
So happy that the technology with that is developing, you know, for us to catch it early.
Absolutely.
Well, hot rods decorated the elegant lawns of the Pink Palace Museum yesterday afternoon, all to raise money for breast cancer patients. The Mid-South Camaro Club and Strictly Vets of Memphis hosted the Wigs for Breast Cancer Ladies Car Show.
Aside from these classic cars, people enjoyed music and awards. Participants were asked to get in the pink by donating stylish wigs to help patients in need.
Women who breast cancer, who have chemo, they lose their hair, and one of the things that help them from being self-conscious is they wear wigs.
Proceeds benefit the Wings Cancer Foundation. That's a nonprofit whose purpose is to meet the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of cancer patients. They look like they had a good time out there. Everything in pink. Well, in today's Hot Topics, laughter was the best medicine for Tracy Morgan as he returned to NBC's Saturday Night Live this weekend. The comedian was seriously injured in a 2014 car accident that left one person dead.
People were wondering, can he speak? Does he have 100% mental capacity? But the truth is, I never did. I might actually be a few points higher now.
Morgan suffered broken ribs, a broken nose, and a broken leg. Still, he used his appearance to poke fun at himself. Welcome back, Tracy.
I'm so happy to see that he's back up on his feet, doing well. Good. So happy for him. And you know what? Other great news. Former NBA star Lamar Odom showed signs of improvement this weekend, briefly waking and speaking.
Odom has been hospitalized since Tuesday when he was found unconscious with drugs in his system at a legal brothel near Las Vegas. Sources say Odom suffered serious damage to his vital organs.
I know that I was reading up on reports earlier this morning, and it was saying that Chloe, she plans to be by his side every step of the way throughout the rehab process. And doctors were saying there will be some permanent damage done, but this is better than what it was looking like
and there
before.
Always will be permanent damage when something like that happens.
Well, trending this morning at the box office this weekend, teen thriller Goosebumps took the top spot on its opening weekend, bringing in $23.5 million.
The Martian came in second with $21.5 million, and Bridge of Spies rounded out the top three with about $15 million.
Well, coming up tonight on Local 24, Dancing with the Stars at 7.
And that's followed by Castle at 9.
And don't forget, after Local 24 News at 10, you can catch Jimmy Kimmel Live. On the show tonight, actor Bill Murray.
And musical guest Ryan Adams with special appearance and performance by American Ballet Theater principal ballerina Misty Copeland.
I love Misty. Well, coming up, we're heading out live to Shelby Farms Park.
How you can volunteer to be a part of their new Green Line Access project is right after this.
Stick around. We'll be right back.